think we have note cards. Yes, we do. We have spectators. There's number 1, number 2, 3 and 4, 5, and number 6 will come around. I'll let you see number 6. I'm number 6. And there we are.
Okay. So, how many times have you been in a home and just noticed the decor? Whether it be the furniture, the paintings, children's artwork, I mean, anything, to the plates on the table. For me, the one thing that I always look for is the non-store-bought things, the homemade things, the unique things, the things that people put together as a self-expression, and it's usually the things that draw your eyes. I think that's the best way to, number 1, express yourself in a home, is to do a lot of things yourself. For me, the way that I love to express myself is my pillows. I love to, on my sofa, have a crazy pillow, you know, unique pillow. Doesn't really make sense with the room, but you love it because your eyes draw to it, you know. I think it's fun when you go to a house or somebody comes to my house and they say, hey, where'd you get that pillow? And it's fun to say, I made it. It's one of a kind. You can't buy that pillow. And you get that look from the person. You're like, I think you're pretty crafty, you know. So today, I'm going to show y'all how to make a pillow. The first things you need is to get your supplies. And part of your supplies would be to get your fabrics, which you can use just one fabric for front and back, or you can use 2 different fabrics. The next thing you would need is your stuffing to complete your pillow, make it fluffy and soft. And then if you choose to trim it out or put decorations on it, you can use trim or buttons or zippers or anything you want to make it your own. Then you need your tools. For me, I find it easier to use my sewing machine. A lot of people still just like to do it by hand. Of course, with that, you need your scissors to cut all those threads and edges off. So now that I've shown you everything that I use to make my pillows, I can show you the steps that I use. Like I said before, I'm very big on unique. I'm very big on different. And for me personally, I love different patterns, and I love color, and I love to mix and match them. It's not everybody's taste, but I love different. I'm not big on trim. I'm not big on buttons or flowers or anything on them. I just like simple fabric patterns. So the first thing you want to do, that I do, is I pick out my patterns, and I usually stay to the standard square pillow. So I pick out my patterns, and this is a good example of the kind I like. I like the different colors and different patterns. So I cut both fabrics out to the same size, and once I've done that, I turn them right side. And by that, I mean you take the 2 patterns and you face them together to get ready to sew. If I can work my hands. So once you've taken your 2 patterns and you've turned them right side, both of them, like I said, I use my sewing machine. You just do a straight seam, which is a 5/8 seam, on 3 sides. Like I have here. I've done 3 sides. And then on my 4th side, I've gone up big enough to leave a hole to, number 1, not only turn it inside out where you have the patterns back out on the outside, but it's also room enough to leave you a place big enough to stuff your pillow, as I've done in this one. Now when you stuff your pillows, some of them like them very thick, very full, and some of them like them just to be kind of, there for decoration, not really functional or useful, so they don't care about the size of their pillow. So that's pretty much up to you and your preference. Once you have stuffed your pillow and arranged your stuffing inside to your liking, you take the hole that's left and you, of course, fold in your fabric that's left, and you stitch it with what is called a blind seam. Once your blind seam's done, you can then, if you want, like I said, some people would go ahead and put patterns. They'll put, or not patterns, but different kinds of fabric. They may layer them. They may put buttons on them. A big thing, too, for people is they do them for holidays. They make their own pillows for holiday decorations. So that's a very big, popular thing, and I haven't done that, but there's different kinds of pillows to make. There's the ones like that I did, which is an inside seam. You turn them inside out and your seam's on the inside. And then there's other ones that have the outside seam, which this one isn't a regular outside seam with a regular sewing machine. It has different tools, and this is leather and hide. Well, I don't know. And it's done with leather, what you call it, binding? Where you go through and you punch your holes and you kind of weave it through. This is probably more, to some people, harder, more time consuming, but again, it's a personal reflection of a person's home and their interests. So now that I've shown y'all how to make a pillow, you can go and make your own personal reflections of your home, and next time somebody comes to your home, you can say, I made that.